Hello, welcome back, folks. Arden here once more again, and today we're going to be doing my final loot haul of the year. This right here will be my December loot haul for the month of December, and I'm doing this on Christmas Day, as basically I just finished doing up family wrappings, what's it called. Yesterday was whole da-da-da, basically just opening presents stuff. A little bit of drunkenness, I'm a little bit hungover. This is the reason why I'm kind of doing this right a little bit more late in the day, because partying last night was a lot. But I'm back, safe and sound. Don't worry about it. And without further ado, folks, let's go dive right in with everything I was able to acquire this December. So starting off with December is going to be everything I got at the Gundam base, as I only showed a little preview of that. So starting off with the first thing is the Gundam's card game that Bandai recently basically made. What's it called? This right here is the starter deck Strike, or Gundam Seed Strike Pack, featuring basically a deck based around all of the Gundam Seed mechs, or at least the base ones, I'm pretty sure, of either of the 5 original Gundams. Plus, also, they come with their miniatures as well, for those who want to see right here. We have the old Strike Pack right there, with both 2 miniatures of the Sword Strike and the Launcher Strike right here. Can't wait to eventually get around to doing the review for this one and building these guys, because it's going to be fun, as I've been dipping into Warhammers of late. So now that we have our own Gundam version of this, it's going to be fun. Back right here, it basically shows everything you're going to be needing for basically starting off and assembling your Gundam starter decks. You have your decks right here, which is a 6-star deck. We also got a very alternate holographic card for this too. We have the little miniatures that you can basically build and paint, which, as anybody who's done Warhammer and knows painting, is something you're going to do. Or if you've done Gunpla as well, there's going to be a little bit much more miniatures. Or if you actually built any of the Gundam artifacts, somewhat simpler, because I have painted some of mine. And then you basically enter the battlefield for this when you go in battle in card shops. It's actually going to be fun. I'm actually hoping over there at the Gundam base, they'll probably hopefully start doing like mini tournaments, something like that. Or I can find a place where basically I can start doing these battle decks. Overall, I'm really happy about getting this. And let me tell you, at the Gundam base, it was way cheaper than getting this online, because at the Gundam base is like base $35 online, which I'm going to go off Amazon because that's where I've seen the ones I've seen. Those are like around $60. I'm like, oof, I bought this for half the price. So that's actually going to be a part right here. And there's 4 different ones right now for like the starter decks. There's one that's basically Zeon. There's one that's basically Gundam Wing. There's one that's basically the original Gundam. And then there's Gundam Seed for right now at the moment. And I chose Gundam Seed just because I prefer the Strike set a little bit more, because I favor the Strike a little bit more. I was going to go with the Zeon one, but since it didn't have the Sinanjo on it, it just had the Zaku's. I was tempted going towards the Wing one because it had the Toggies, but I was like, the Strike one really kind of got to me. But overall, I really like this. I will eventually probably do the unboxing review of this probably next year, hopefully. But yeah, going from basically structure deck miniatures to basically model kits, folks. Starting off with the one that we saw. It was the Gundam Base Limited E-Free Custom Metallic Gloss Injection version of this. It's going to be a very shiny version of this right here. You can see right, or you can really see the shine right there of its metallic gloss shine right there. Much more, for those who want to know, metallic gloss is basically a shine cloak. Well, and the name kind of suggests itself with the glossiness of it. Overall, pretty nice. It also comes with its own display stand. Ooh, that's pretty nice. A Gundam Base stand too for the Gundam Base logo. Overall, that actually looks pretty nice. Cannot wait to build this bad boy one of these days, as it is another machine added to my Blue Destiny set, as I do have the revived Blue Destiny unit, which I don't think I've done a review on the revived Blue Destiny. I'll probably do that later down the line. I might, I actually, now that I have both of these, I might, whenever I finish building this guy, eventually, I might try to do a stop motion of basically that Blue Destiny versus DC Free Custom battling each other. Overall, looks pretty nice. Cannot wait to build this. And the next on the list, and continuing our Gundam Seed, all this is going to be one of the variants, or not variants, but off other versions, is the Gundam Base Limited Gundam Astray Red Dragon. One model kit that I have been eyeing for a long time, and I've been holding off because online price for this was ridiculous. I mean, granted, Gundam Base was still very pricey too, but it was at least cheaper at the Gundam Base versus trying to buy it online. This right here is basically the Astray Red Dragon with all of its basically weaponry. It's got the Drake head, which is basically the beam effects you see right there, which I actually do love. It also comes with basically its wing set with the glitch. I hope I'm saying that right. It was basically the three blades kind of making it kind of look like wings, dragon wings, which makes it looks pretty great. And the price range for this guy right here, for those who want to know, was like around 49 bucks, which is cheaper than what I was planning on dumping down online, because I was planning on spending like 100-ish bucks or more. But I decided to hold off on that because I was like, I'll wait. I'll probably find it cheaper. And thank you, Gun the Base, for finally releasing over here stateside, because now I don't have to, what's it called, if I spend a lot of money online. I mean, it'll still be pricey, but not as pricey as online prices, for those who know. Overall, I really do like this. This is going to be a build I'm going to like, especially now. Next to the Exias, all the Exia units, all the Strike variants, the Astray units are now going to be my third most abundance in model kits that I have, especially when I use them for custom works. So it's actually going to be fun when I eventually do a custom version of this. I'm going to destroy this. I have anything else, I'll buy a second one, but I'm going to do a custom version of that one. But yeah, we're not done with model kits yet, as I do have one more model kit. It is not going to be Gundams, actually part of the 30-minute missions, and something Bandai recently released from a video game. And it's going to be Armor Core model kit. This is going to be Armor Core 6 Fire Through Rubicon. This is the Steel Haze from Rusty. And it's funny too, because I actually got back to continue playing Ace Combat, and not Ace Combat, Armor Core 6. I was also doing Ace Combat, but that was 7. It's actually something my cousin got me, which I'm actually really happy about. We did do like a Secret Santa, like pick what you want and then see what they got. And he ended up getting me the Armor Core, which actually is going to be great. You know, it's funny. Last time I went to, not Gundam Base, it was the other store, Kiyo B. I forget the name for it, but it's basically another store in Arlington Heights, and Mitsuo. I forget the name. I forget how to say the name, but what's it called? They had Armor Core stuff there a lot, and I was like, oh man, I kind of want to get it, but I'm like, I was kind of like trying not to spend my money as much, so I kind of held off on doing this. Oh, but this looks beautiful. This is gonna be something I'm going to do one of the quick builds around this one. And since Bandai's been using their 30-minute mission styles for a lot of their off-brand or their other IPs, probably going to be seeing more and more Armored Core kits eventually soon. Cannot wait to build this one right here, as it does have all of its, at least, effect parts, as we see right here. The camera decides to pan. Camera, come on. There we go. You can see the design, the beautifulness of there. Its weaponry, its energy blades looking pretty nice. All but looking pretty good. I'm actually really, really happy with this. Over here has it's basically slowed out. The camera decides to the camera, there we go. The camera, that's as good as I can get with the reflection of this. Overall, still looks pretty great, if I do say so myself. And yeah, I am happy about this. My first Armor Core kit, which, for those who want to know, there have been Armor Core kits, but some of the older ones weren't as good, at least from what I've heard. I know the white glint one, which was one I was going to buy originally, was not really, is really, really fragile. So I'm really happy with Bandai basically just coming out and basically making Armor Core and much more better, more durable. So eventually you'll see this build one of these days, probably next year. I'll probably get around to building this new review for this one. Hopefully sooner than later. And let's go off from our model kits to our figures and statues, buying in the end of the year. Starting off with, let's go with my FGO stuff, which I got. This right here is going to be Boa Fist. One of the fairy warriors from Morgan's Fairy Knights. There we go. This right here is Boa Fist in her second ascension right here from my Fate Grand Order. This is actually something I got when I was at Mitsuo, I think. When I got something else. I forget what was it at. But it was actually pretty nice for a second ascension. I was actually trying to get all the Fairy Knights. Actually, I'm still trying to find Morgan. That's the one I'm having difficult trying to find. I know we're going to get a progressed one soon, eventually. And I know there's a bunch of Melusine ones as well. We'll get around and try to do most of the Fairy Knights. But yeah, I'm really actually happy about this. And going from Boa Fist to another of Morgan's children and another Figma to finally add to the collection. We've now finally acquired Summer Mordred, or Summer Mo. So right here is Mordred in a summer outfit, which actually is one I've been wanting for like a little bit while. And one actually I got lucky on finding Pretty nice. Actually, pretty good price too as well. As it now completes, I think most of my summer versions of my Figmas. I think I have. I'm pretty sure. I know I'm still missing Summer Nero, but Summer Nero one's not a Figma brand one. It's actually another brand one. But yeah. But actually, with this, I actually now have all 3 versions of Mordred with Figmas. I can show right here. Because I also have her in her regular biker fit, which I do have right over here. Let's actually try to put over here. And then I have Mordred in her armor form. And then I have Mordred in her armor form right here. So finally having her summer form is actually pretty great. I'm actually happy about that. Actually, nothing too for a little nitpick, or at least lore-wise. My first ever Figma, folks, was Mordred and her armor form. Because I really, really did like the design. I was barely starting to get into FGO by the time when I was like getting around to like doing a little bit more collecting. And I really love Mordred's design, especially armor. I kind of wish we got more of the armor designs for some of the other characters. But I really, really, really do love this for Mordred right here. But yeah, I'm actually kind of sidetracking the what's called loot hole. So let's go for that. I'm actually happy we got now Summer Mordred. I still have more Figmas to try to collect and stuff because there's still like a whole lot, especially with the FGO ones, Fate ones, especially with more ones too. Especially now we have a confirmed Castoria one, which has already been confirmed like a while, and that actually Castoria one actually does have a standard figure rise one coming out next year as well. And there's also going to be a Morgan one coming out too, which I'm going to try to grab as well. Hopefully we get more of the Fairy Knights. So I do know it's going to be expensive knowing Figma nowadays are like 90 to $100, depending if you get like base one. If you get it pretty nice, get like $100. If you get the DX ones, $200. I'm looking at the Lotorial one with the horse and everything. Oof. But yeah. And then last but not least, I kind of did do a TLDR short for this one too, but it still counts because I did get this at the end of the month. And it's one of my favorites that I'm trying to collect now, all of them now. It is Kamen Rider Ryuki from Kamen Rider Ryuki. The SH Figure Arts one is actually the special box edition one for this one, for those who want to know. This one right here is one I've been wanting for a while. There's actually a couple different versions of this one too. There's basically him and just basically his base form right here, but it's basically just all of his base gears. Then there's the one with the dragon one, which I was talking about, where like the DX version ones. Sometimes SH Figures does too. But there is one with him with his dragon for his final pose, which I am going to try to get that one. I did find it, but the price for that is going to be expensive. But you know what? That's fine. I actually really do like the box art design for this one. Bandai does this sometimes for some other properties. They do special box editions for them. This is actually probably, I think, one of the few SH Figures that I have that have special box edition. I'm pretty sure this is my only SH Figures that has this kind of box design, which I actually really like. I'm actually now trying to get the rest of the Kamen Rider SH Figures, because we only have one other Kamen Rider SH Figures, and that's going to be, and that was and I did a review for this, was my Mask Rider 2, which we see right here, folks. This is my only other SH Figures Kamen Rider figure that I have at the moment. I'm going to try to collect more. I'm actually going to try to collect more of the Battle Royale Riders. Whenever I get around to them, because I kind of want to get all of them, because I kind of want to recreate some like poses and stuff. I'm trying to, hopefully next year, I'm going to try to do more stuff. Hopefully, I'm kind of want to try to start doing some like stop motion stuff, like stop motion battles. I kind of want to try to do that. I want to do that this year, but work and stuff and exhaustion really got to me. But hopefully next year, 2026, one of my goals is basically try to do more stuff on the channel, try to hopefully do some stop motion stuff. Gonna try to get more of my Warhammer stuff too as well. Just do some of those battles as well. But yeah, that is it for the loot hole. And with that, folks, that is it for the loot hole for the month of December. My final loot hole of the month. Overall, pretty great. A bunch of model kits I eventually am going to love to eventually build. A new structure deck of a new game I'm hopefully going to be able to play. What's it called? And some more figures from my favorite franchises like Fate and Kamen Rider, which I'm eventually going to start doing more of my Kamen Rider stuff. Hopefully down the line, especially when I try to do more like the lore videos like I did last time. I did it with Kuga. Next one is going to be Agito, since I never got around to doing that one, which I did kind of say before. And that one I was going to do. I have a lot more stuff in 2026 I want to do, but overall, I really did enjoy this loot hole. I've got a good amount of stuff, and I will see, starting out next year, January, it's going to be early on, I'm going to go back to Rosemont, go back to the Gunna Base, and I'm going to do another video of that one. Plus, I'm going to get more stuff, because that time I am going to get paid, so I'm going to be dipping down a little bit on that one. But yeah, If you like this video, please consider dropping a like, share, and subscribe, folks. I do appreciate it, folks. And as always, have a nice day. Desire Pyro signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Stay safe out there, folks. Stay warm, and I'll see you guys at New Year's, because I will be doing a video for that one, and I'll hopefully see you guys at next year as well. Take care.